Hello everybody, Steve Politi joined by Mike Garafolo, Jenny Vrentas. Jenny, how's my hat? Do you like my hat?
Oh, it's great. It was snowing in the press box before, which is why you wore it all night.
Even greater, the game we saw tonight. Giants pulling out a 34-28 stunning overtime victory. One of the more thrilling games I think we've seen in this building in a long time.
Yeah. If you took this game and you plugged it in right anywhere in that playoff run last year, it really had the feel of that.
Yes, it did, absolutely.
Down to the muffed R.W. McQuarters punt that could have been a game changer that was recovered by the Giants, by McQuarters himself. But it was certainly had that feel, and that's good because they want to have that feeling going into the postseason that they're playing that kind of football again.
And when you say Giants football, the fact that they reestablished that run, the way they dominated it in the overtime, Derek Ward 51 yards, then 14 yards, then 17 yards. No, forget the field goal. Brandon Jacobs pushes up the middle. I mean, what happened, do you think? Was it as simple as having Jacobs back?
Yeah, I think the two of them work best together. I mean, Ward's a great running back, but he works best when he's with Jacobs, and Jacobs is wearing down these defenses, and he's plowing ahead, and then Ward gets in there and gets the breakaway runs. This is exactly what the offense needs to get back on track.
Hey, Slappy, who told you that last week in Dallas that they needed Brandon Jacobs back?
Did you call me Slappy?
Slappy.
All right, let's talk.
It's better than when I called you off camera.
That's a good point. All right, the Giants defense, if there's one thing I saw in this game that they didn't have was the pass rush. Where did that go? Is it as simple as Justin? He was sick this game, I understand. 3 IVs, had the flu. I mean, this is the one missing.
I was going to say, it went in the toilet a couple of times before the game when he just puked. From what I gather, puked several times.
Really?
More than he thought he had eaten.
That's what the viewers needed to know.
That and also, the running game kind of throws you off a little bit there. You know, when a team is running the ball effectively, that'll keep you at bay a little bit. But you're right, the pass rush has to be there for their sake and for my fantasy football team's sake. How do you get no points from the Giants defense?
Let me talk to someone who wants to talk about real football. All right, now they finish up at Minnesota, Jenny. Do you think the way they won last year, they played all their guys against New England in that season finale. They lost the game, but it was a big momentum changer for the playoff run. A lot of people credited as the turning point for the season. Do they play the injured guys against the Vikings, or do they put everybody on the shelf and move along?
I mean, it seems like they'd want to rest them because they have a bunch of guys that are banged up, a bunch of really critical guys, and you rest Jacobs for a week, he comes back healthier, you can rest him for next week. Although I hear that Antonio Pierce had quite the opinion on that, Mike. Maybe you could fill us in on
Yeah, he did. He said we won a championship last year by playing every week, and they did have more of a springboard by playing well against the Patriots, not the Vikings last year. But he said he gets paid to play 16 games, so he's going to pay 16 games, and hey, that's an honorable stance. I'll go with that one.
I guess so. I only get paid to cover 14. We have to wrap it up. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a killer Kwanzaa, all holidays you may or may not celebrate. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Is that 14 combined Jets and Giants, or just Giants?
Something like that, yeah.